Good evening, children. Here in geography in the 10th standard, we have already finished 4 lessons, and these are some questions here which are very important. And you are going to write answers of these and submit to us when the school reopens. Now, these questions are from 4 lessons that we have already completed. Here, the first question is, what problems did India and Brazil face after independence? Here, you're going to write the answers of both India and Brazil separately. India, you're going to talk wherein India was under the British regime for 1.5 centuries and got its independence in 1947. In spite of facing many wars and famines, India is now a global nation. Similarly, under Brazil, you're going to talk about how Brazil was under the Portuguese regime for, say, 3 centuries. It got its independence in 1882, and from 1930 to 1985, it was under the populist military regime. After that, now, in spite of facing many problems, it has now emerged as a global nation. Next question is, how are Brazil and India different from each other in terms of location? Here we are going to talk about the location of India first. India, is located to the north of the equator, as well as to the as well as in the eastern hemisphere. Okay, so again, it is situated in the southern part of the continent of Asia. Under Brazil, you say Brazil is located in the northern as well as the southern hemisphere. Is also located in the western hemisphere and to the northern part of the continent of South America. Explain the characteristics of the North Indian plains. You're going to briefly describe the North Indian plains. You'll have to first write where the northern plains are situated, that is between the Himalayas and the Deccan Plateau. Here, it is formed by the depositional work of the Ganga and its tributaries. The Ganga flows through the North Indian plains and opens into the Bay of Bengal, where it has formed a huge delta, that is the Sundarbans Delta. Towards the northwestern part of the North Indian plains, we have the Thar Desert, and to the north of the Thar Desert, we have Punjab, which is formed by the depositional work of the river Indus and its tributaries. Next is, write a note on the Amazon River Basin. The Amazon River Basin is the largest river in South America. It originates from the eastern part of the Andes Mountain in Peru, and it is joined by many tributaries, and the flow of water in the Amazon basin is so much that is it receives a lot of a vast volume of water from its tributaries, that is about 2 lakh meter cube per second, and it opens into the North Atlantic Ocean. Like other rivers, Amazon River doesn't form a delta at its mouth. Instead, it forms a island. A river island is formed at the mouth of the river Amazon. Explain the importance of the Himalayas and the Indian Ocean with respect to the climate of India. Here we are going to talk about the origin of the southwest monsoon wind and how the Himalayas act as a hindrance to the southwest monsoon wind, with the result that the entire foothills zone of the Himalayas get rainfall. Now, 80% of India's rainfall is obtained from the southwest monsoon winds. Now, next we come to the graph question here. Read the following temperature and rainfall graph of Brazil and India and answer the following questions. Now, here you have the temperature and rainfall graph of both India and Brazil. The light one you find as a here, the light one you can see you have the temperature of India, and the darker one is that of Brazil. Similar, the bar shown here. Okay, and similarly the dotted lines will show the the rainfall of India, and the continuous line that you can see here is the rainfall of Brazil. Now let's look at the question here. What is the minimum and maximum temperature of India? So temperature you find is shown by these bars here. So come to the minimum temperature. On the left hand side you can see the temperature. Now this is the light one is shown by is that of India, wherein you find it is the minimum temperature is says 16 degrees centigrade, and the maximum temperature is so you can see 30 °C. In which month does Brazil get less rainfall? Now rainfall is shown by, this is the rainfall graph of Brazil. So in which month does Brazil get low rainfall? You can see here, this is the rainfall graph of Brazil. So it's in August. When does India get high rainfall? Again, this is the rainfall graph of India, and you'll find the highest rainfall again is received in the month of August. In which month does Brazil have a higher temperature? Now look at this. We have, see, in the month of February you find the temperature of Brazil is high. The next question here is, you're going to observe the map of India and answer the questions given. Now, the first one, in which water body lies to east of India? Can you see this? This is the Bay of Bengal. So your answer is the Bay of Bengal is seen to the east of India. Name the islands seen near the western coast of India. You can see here the Lakshadweep Islands. So the islands near the western coast of India are the Lakshadweep Islands, which are the neighboring countries of India near the eastern border. Now, to the east of India, you have the countries like China, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. The fourth question, name the islands to the eastern coast of India. To eastern coast of India, we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Name a country located to the west of India. To the west of India, we have Pakistan. So children, these are some questions that we have covered, and you are expected to write all these. You can use either, you can write on a sheet of paper and then clip it and preserve it, and when we when the school reopens, you are expected to submit it. Do it diligently. Thank you, children.